So, yo, motherfuckers, we're going to do a Captain America Brave New World reaction review because I saw it in the movie theaters. And we'll watch the trailer first, and I'll let you know what I think of this fucking movie. Kind of a piece of shit. And I love Marvel since a little kid. But, yeah, I'll let you know what I think of it. Go.
You asked for me. Here I am.
This guy reminds me of Harry Belafonte, that black actor.
You want to help me? Is there anything you remember?
Mackie. I don't know how I feel about him as an actor. Kind of feel after he did 8 Mile, I don't know if he's really... I don't know if he's Marvel superhero level actor. He was great in 8 Mile, but I can't, every time I see him, I feel like it's the guy from 8 Mile. I feel like he's typecast as that. Also, I don't like the idea that they made a black Captain America.
This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
Now, somebody explained to me the whole Falcon turns into Captain America, but I just don't like the idea of a black Captain America because it goes against the comic.
You're not Steve.
Now, just for the record, so you understand, I love Luke Cage. Luke Cage is a black character from the comics. So when I see Luke Cage, and I remember he was from the 70s, I love it because it makes sense. I was telling somebody that if you're going to change a character because of DEI, maybe, if it's DEI bullshit, and turn the character into a black superhero, then you should do something like What If? What if Spider-Man was black? That would be awesome. What if Spider-Man was black and then have Eddie Murphy play Spider-Man? Could you imagine if Eddie Murphy played Spider-Man under a What If?
I don't want a variable out there that
if you do What Ifs, then it makes sense because you can flip it to make the character black in a What If universe. But when you do it like this, and I think, in my mind, I expect to see a white Steve Rogers from the 50s. I don't know. Also, I don't like Red Hulk. I don't understand Red Hulk.
Since when were they red?
The fuck is Red Hulk? I don't get it. I don't like the fact that Harrison Ford was a lefty also. I'm a big fan of Harrison Ford. He does his thing in 1923, the TV series. He's better in 1923 than in this movie. So, basically, I don't like Harrison Ford in this movie because he's playing a president, and it reminds me of his lefty ways. I think he publicly supported Harris, so that kind of makes me not like him. I tend to not like a lot of actors anymore if they came out for the left and went against Trump. But I do like him in 1923 because I love the whole Yellowstone series. If you haven't seen that, watch that. Incredible. I think they got 1893, 1923, and then Yellowstone, which Costner left and kind of fucked up the story, but it's still good. And so I don't really like Red Hulk. I think they should just do Green Hulk correctly. Fuck introducing a Red Hulk. I ended up falling asleep during this movie because it put me to sleep. The beginning was cool because, it led up to some okay scenes, but I don't love Anthony Mackie as Captain America. It's not that I hate him as an actor. He was great in 8 Mile. I never really watched the Black series. What was it called? Black, the one on Netflix that he was in a lot. I saw a couple of those. I can't remember. But I know the guy's a good actor, but I just don't think this is his best shit. I think he would be better in something else. You know what I'm saying? And I just always think 8 Mile with him. You know what I mean? So I kind of felt this movie has a kind of a little bit of DEI. You know, it's a little annoying on that level. You know, I don't know if they're trying to make Harrison Ford be like a Trump. I noticed that theme where like Anthony Mackie, Captain America, is more Biden, DEI, lefty, and Harrison Ford's president character is the Trump. I think they made this movie, put it together before Trump won. And they were trying to run with that narrative, that Biden fucking bullshit narrative. So I don't suggest watching this movie. Yeah, fuck it, it's not that good. Craven, on the other hand, watch Craven. Craven was done good. Me and my mother, we watched Craven in the crib. I like that. This I saw in the theater with my boy Lefty. And, yeah. I'll go see a movie, even if it might not be great, because I love the movie experience. I'm very Siskel and Ebert-like. I love getting popcorn and sitting in the theater and watching. I'm a movie buff. This is why I went to school, to make movies. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so good at hip-hop that I couldn't give up hip-hop to do movies because movies was too hard to break into. And I knew I was good in hip-hop, and it's a lot easier to make your own album. You can do it yourself. A movie, you need 100 people and 100,000 to 100 million. 100,000 is nothing. You need a lot of money. It's way harder. And people dismiss you very quick with movies. You can get shitted on it immediately. Like me being fat could be an issue at the time. I look horrible in the Good Time movie. You know what I mean? You look at me now, I'm skinny compared to Good Time. I was probably 300 pounds. Right now I'm 237, and I'm going to be lower because I'm fasting for 2 days now. So I'm going to get down to 229. By the time you guys see me in the summer, when I'm coming out, like walking around outside, filming comedy shit for the Patreon, and also pushing, hopefully Death Rap is done by then. If I can finish it in the next 2 months. Yeah, I got a list, motherfucker. Certain things I can't say. It is what if I went to speech class when I was a kid. They put me in speech class, and I used to have to work on my lisp. Fuck it. Mike Tyson and G-Rap are the goats, and they have it. So I'm the white goat with the lisp. And I know how to control it when I rhyme. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really end up on my raps the way that it kind of does, like G-Rap did it. But G-Rap had many phases where you could hear it and not hear it. Earlier, you could hear it more. That's the thing about rapping. When you get on the mic, you can tailor make your vocals. It takes time. You have to learn how to do it over years and years. But I'm going on a tangent now. But basically, when I'm talking to y'all, like in the interview with Panda and shit, I don't try to make myself look fresh to you. If I'm making a recording, a hip hop record, I'm going to work on my voice to be what I want it to be, to have a classic track for the next 100 years. Interviews are more for me to just be like what I am. I don't play a role, but I will punch somebody dead in the fucking face. You understand what I'm saying? I have that energy. But I don't try to be like, yeah, what up, yeah, I sound cool, yeah. Nah, I might not be the greatest talker. Know what I mean? Yo, you ever see G-Rap talk now? Here's a problem talking. He's like, because we spend so much time worrying about our raps and beats and business. We don't have time to worry about impressing you looking cool. But the guys that look really cool, they can't rap. They suck. It's the same thing with men that look good. They might be in shape and all that, but then the guy might have no talent. He can't rap. A lot of those guys that quote unquote look like the 5% of men that all women want, they focused all their energy on great skin and working out and that. But when they try to rap, it's fucking duty. You understand? Where someone like me, I'm not a bad looking dude, but I'm not the pinnacle model because my focus went on digging records and writing rhymes and that. It's what you focus on. It's why girls that are really, really, really perfectly hot, a lot of times are morons. The girls that are hot but have brains, they're usually a little bit less than perfect. You could still be great looking and talented, but it's going to be a balance. You know what I mean? You can't be the best motherfucker ever, and then be the most beautiful motherfucker ever. It's very difficult to balance those things in life. But we'll talk more about that if you like that subject. But yeah, that's my Captain America talk, motherfuckers. All right, peace.